Welcome back to another episode of Definitely Not Mechanics that I did not intend on filming. Getting real tired of these episodes. So, I've got to work on the van today. No other option. Brakes locked up on it. Came over here yesterday to have a little celebration for my youngest son's birthday. We're at my mom's place and went to get in the car to leave. Brakes depressed and got stuck. They would not come off the floor. So, looked around, took a look at some things, realized that my brake master cylinder was leaking straight into the brake booster. And I'll cut to a clip of what that looked like right now. Y'all, don't forget to check your brake booster fluid and make sure it's full. Because if it's not full, it ain't gonna work. See, mine's kind of low, and that's why I'm having to change it. I ran it low for too long. You gotta keep a lot of brake fluid in there or else bad things will happen, I guess. All right, that was pretty bad. This is what we're stuck with now. I couldn't bring it in the shop because the brakes were locked up. I've got the booster, the master cylinder pulled off, and I took my mom's truck, luckily she let me borrow it, to go get the parts this morning. But I'm not gonna work out here in this 200-degree weather without some sort of protection. So I've got a plan. But I think we can take it up a notch here. Yeah. Just because you're working on a car outside doesn't mean that you can't keep cool. There's a power horse right here. So as you can see, that has already been removed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the booster in first and get it all bolted up, and then we'll grab the master cylinder and start installing it after this. We got the booster in. Now it's time to put the master cylinder in. But, boy do we have a treat. It's starting to fucking rain. How did this happen? It was literally just 110 degrees and now it's 20 degrees cooler and it's about to rain. Awesome. Super awesome. I'm really glad that I chose today to work on this. Wait, I didn't choose today. It broke down. Want to know something sweet that I just realized literally just now? I put the nuts off the old booster back on it so I wouldn't lose them, and I turned it in for a core, and now I don't have those fucking nuts. And my camera battery's dying. What a great day. I'm glad I am alive. Okay, now we get to go running through the rain all the way to a fucking parts store that I don't want to deal with. Just so we can get to the fuck! I hate that fucking place. I got D's nuts, but for some reason, an auto parts store doesn't carry flange nuts, which I think is just fucking wild. I don't want a sponsorship because you guys are fucking trash, but I could definitely talk. I know somebody's behind me. There's a fucking camera in here. Jesus Christ, everything's on my nerves today. I don't get it. It literally stopped raining. As soon as I got back, it started raining again. It's just the world trying to fuck with me. Out here in the motherfucking rain. Alright. That old fucking bitch is on there. Sick. Super sick. That's gonna get rusty quick. So, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, Logan, why didn't you bench bleed that? The simple answer is I don't fucking know how. Okay? Secondly, a very reliable source told me that I could bleed it on the vehicle. He loosely described a procedure in which I'm gonna attempt based on rough instructions that were provided to me while I was very tired. Yay! Okay, so I've got a handy dandy helper, but she doesn't want to be on camera. So we're about to do this bleeding procedure. I don't know how it's gonna work, or if it's gonna work. All right, we're back with a positive outlook, because you gotta keep something like that. What happened was that I installed the master cylinder onto the booster, but I did not pay attention to the rod that comes out of said booster. And you see how there's a little hole there? Well, that hole actually held this guy, which is a little bumpy guy that should go into there, you know? So what happened was it missed, and instead of going in the tube, it went this way, and it pushed a hole into that and broke that guy off, which is a fucking shame. So I returned the master cylinder due to its shipping damage and got another master cylinder. I had to drive to another store to get that. And then, remember how I left the nuts on my booster when I returned the core? Well, I had to drive all the way to the other side of Dallas to that store to get my nuts. I grabbed the nuts from my booster because these are locking nuts and I would prefer to have the ones that go on it, and snag this guy off of my old booster as well. So we're back in business, baby. It has taken all day to do a 1-hour job, but that's how it goes. I'm gonna set you guys up and I'm gonna fucking install this thing. I'm just gonna gingerly place you in your respected hole. There we go. Get in there. Yeah. Good. Okay, that's pushed in. Now you are going to line up, okay? Huh, that went on a lot easier. Okay, things are a little bit different. We're about 4 hours later than what I was filming at earlier. Now we've got it jacked up on all fours. I've been manually bleeding each caliper I did that for about an hour and a half, and I couldn't get fluid to come out of that one or to come out of that one. So I got a vacuum bleeder. I was able to get fluid out of all three of those, and I can get some fluid out of this, but it seems like there's a shitload of air. Now I don't understand why it would take an accumulated 2.5 hours to bleed out. That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I've been cycling through fluid, adding it, it's going down, we're good. It's just, I don't know what's going on here. None of this makes sense to me. So what I did is I called somebody that looks like they know what they're talking about. Zach should be here in about 10 to 15 minutes to professionalize this situation and hopefully rectify the... I just want to go push it off the jack stands, honestly. Hey, that guy's here.
Hey, it's that guy with the face.
Hey, it's the guy. So this goober doesn't know what's wrong either. Can't figure it out for shit. For shit. Now it won't bleed anymore at all. It's not getting fluid to it. This back one's not getting fluid. We tried to gravity bleed it. Tried to vacuum bleed it. Tried to get Zach to blow into it. I don't know what to do from here, and neither does the actual fucking professional.
It's probably something so simple that it's right in our face, you know?
Well, I tried Googling it. That didn't come up.
Bob's working for you.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna clean this shit up and go home and just leave it here forever to die, and I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
Well, we're fucking back, unfortunately. It's day 3 on this fucking asshole. I don't know. I looked up a bunch of stuff on the internet. We're gonna try a whole bunch of different things, and we're just gonna see what happens and what works, and then we'll let you know. Huh. That didn't do shit. Well, I'm driving it. Does that mean that I fixed it? Nope. That just means that I'm not afraid to take risks. I've got brakes on 2 corners right now. That's the front right and the back left. Should be enough to level me out, a good 50-50 ratio compared to not having brakes at all on the other sides. If there's one thing you can learn from me in life is don't be afraid to take risks and believe in yourself. Positivity triumphs all. Oh fuck, it's raining. It's raining! Alright. My wipers learned this new trick. I don't know where they got it from. Check this out. Yeah, it's like the remix to the wipers. Chopped and screwed. Oh, please fucking work. Okay. A little bit. What a cool trick. Oh fuck, we're slowing down for a stoplight. So we're gonna start back here. I'm not all the way in the brakes. I'm actually just applying brakes regularly. We're stopped. All right, here we are, 5 days into the van being broke down over some bullshit. We got a new tool. Yeah, we got a scan tool that'll bleed it. Great. Let's give this a try. Ooh, there that bad boy is. The Autel Maxicheck Pro. She's plugged in. Now I am of the understanding that this will do what we need it to do. Click a little key forward. Doubt that AC is going to be working, but we'll leave it on because it's cool. What the fuck do we do? Alright, we are to that point. Alright, so we're going to do the left front. That was one of the ones I was having problems with. We've got, okay, don't run, yep. Okay, so stop the vehicle, press the brake, and put it in neutral. And now this is gonna text for kickback to make sure that this ABS control unit is good. See how it's pushing back on me? And the other one wasn't doing that. So the same is to be said with the left rear. See, that one's juicing. But then if we put it on the right rear, this is the one I had the most problems with. Nothing. Oh, there we go. So it's making a sound. So I know that those are activating, but that also leads me to understand that there is air in there, but that's good because that just tried to purge some of that air out. So now what I'm gonna do is lift it up and re-bleed those 2 corners to hopefully see if we got some of that out of there. Also, I'm gonna check my fluid real quick first. So I have no idea what's actually going wrong here. I think this will kind of like use gravity. I don't know. So it looks like fluid was starting to rise up, which means it was actually starting to come out of here. That guy has gone down a little. Does this mean I fixed it? So here we are once again. Car show and a week-long vacation later, the van's brakes still don't work. So once again, bought another tool. This is a reverse bleeder. So based on all the stuff that I've heard before, this should do something. I don't know. I'm just trying shit at this point. Alright, fuck it. That seems to be the best option. So according to the picture on the front, supposed to not bump the camera. Shove this in here. Okay. Pump up the jam. Huh. That's weird. It doesn't look like it's pushing any fluid. Ah! There's an explosion. Okay, so I did have like a little bit of an explosion. I created some pressure. The cap wasn't all the way off. It was filling fluid up to here, so it is getting fluid all the way through. I pumped it up to where everything was clear and solid. Closed it off while I had pressure on it. Got in here, started it, pressed the brake. It feels 80% better. I'm gonna bleed that back one now with this thing. That thing. So I just got done bleeding the rest of it. I'm in the van right now. Oh, scraping through a test drive. I've got trigger. I definitely feel brakes. I'm gonna try to slam them. It was at 30. Oh shit. It definitely stopped. Felt it on all four corners. That's fucking sick. I've not felt that in a while. Let's see if I can find a parking lot to toss around in here in a second so I'm not being a menace to society. So we found a nice open parking lot. I keep saying we. I guess you guys are the ones involved that make it a we, and it's not just me by myself. It's just me and this helicopter and y'all. So I found this parking lot. It is a school. Safe news, unlike Zach, I'm allowed within 50 feet of a school. I'm gonna prop this over here on a tree, and rookie mistake. Took off without my camera bag, and as soon as I put my camera down to film that, battery died. Terrible tragedy. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it. This thing stops on a dime and it'll give you a motherfucking nickel and change. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. And it makes it even better that I just detailed this thing, like cleaned the fender wells, the inside of the wheels, polished everything, cleaned it the best I could for that show. Ended up never taking it, didn't drive it. Like, this debacle has been going on for about 3.5 weeks, and it's finally fucking done. And I'm so happy about that. Now, I'm not one to shout someone out if they're not paying me to shout them out. Definitely a sellout, and this is not a sponsored video at all. But one company that I do have to give a lot of thanks to for helping me get this situation figured out was Phoenix Systems. The V-5 brake bleeder. This thing goes for about 70 bucks on Amazon, and I'll drop a link below. But basically it just sucks the fluid out of that motherfucker through that trigger finger, straight up in your lines. And with the situation that I had, this was the perfect tool, because I don't know if I explained it in depth, but what happens in the ABS unit on most front wheel drive cars is that they are cross connected. You know, instead of it being a front bias or rear bias, it's cross bias, and that's to help with understeer and stuff like that in the turns. Also, with this particular system, it has like a safety feature. So if it senses that the pistons are not moving or the certain corners are not taking pressure, like the adjacent corners, then it will actually shut off that side so you don't lose brake fluid and lose brakes altogether. This is what I read on the internet. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. I fucking don't know. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate everybody that helped me with the van. You know who you are. And also appreciate if you guys would check out the new stickers on the merch store. DefinitelyNotMechanics.com. You got the Go Broke for Tire Smoke. That's tough. We've got the Build Stupid Shit. If it ain't broke, we fix that. And we've got the Cheesh. Also up on the store is the windshield banners. These are 24 inches and they really fit well on the bottom or the top depending on what you got going on. We've also got those stickers in a couple other colors as well. But until next time, thanks for watching.